marriage, you're going to get a lot of Democrats and a whole slew of Republicans who will agree on the marriage issue as being a constitutional amendment. I think it could get done. And then I'll say this. Just because you may be called an Islamophobe, because I openly say I am one, I'm an Islamophobe. But just because you are one doesn't mean there isn't a danger. Okay? Just because you are focused on the dangers of Islam, and you are accused of having a phobia about it, doesn't mean that there's not a danger there. Because it could be both. And I say it is both. But I have to focus on it, folks, because of John Tomlinson. Okay? And all the John Tomlinsons who will come home because of people, because of policies that we will allow both sides of our aisle to put toward Saudi Arabia and Islam, basically, so that they will continue to buy our debt. That's what these trade agreements are about. That's why Ted Cruz didn't research the Constitution. Really, he didn't. He's one of the most constitutionally educated people in government. He knew, and okay, I got to tell you this. At that meeting that Joe referred to, there's this lady who is from the Pam Geller group, Act for America. And I went up to complain to her about Ted Cruz rendering a advice and consent of the clause to 51 votes from 67. And she said, well, I am the person who is commissioned to explain these votes, and I'm going to tell you you're wrong. And I said, okay, I like being educated. Tell me if I'm wrong. Because what that did was now listening very carefully to this, because I got to thinking about it. And initially I thought it was wrong. And I said, but she's been scheduled to speak. She knows stuff. Thought about it later. She said, well, the way it was, no. Okay? Remember, when she's saying the way it was, what she's saying, well, the way the Constitution says, the way the advice and consent clause in the Constitution says, when she said the way it was that, was it 33 votes can block advice and consent. And what she was actually saying is the Democrats could block this trade agreement. We didn't have enough Republican votes to achieve the 67 vote threshold of advice and consent under the Constitution. So initially, I thought, man, she just took me to school. She just showed, well, as I was walking away, I said, what? And the guy that was sitting next to me, another presenter, was saying, Dennis, you were absolutely right. I didn't challenge her on saying, well, the way it was it 33 votes? Was it 33 or 34? Can block the 67 vote majority to advise and consent. That's what the Founding Fathers put in those trade agreements, in any agreement. And also, this bridge agreement that this governor wants to make with a country, think about it, think about that. The Founding Fathers saw that this would not be a good thing for a governor, a state, to have an agreement